Have you ever stood in awe of the Great Pyramids, wondering how a civilization could build such wonders? Ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs, gods, and hieroglyphs, captivates us even today. But how did this incredible civilization rise to such heights, and what led to its eventual fall? Let's journey back in time over 5,000 years to uncover the epic story of ancient Egypt. Our story begins around 3100 BCE with a legendary event, the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt. A ruler, perhaps named Narmer, brought the two lands together, creating one of the world's first nation-states. This was the dawn of the pharaohs. The early dynastic period saw the birth of hieroglyphic writing, the growth of cities, and the foundation of a culture that would last for millennia. Then came the Old Kingdom, famously known as the Age of the Pyramids. From around 2686 BCE, pharaohs with immense power and resources commissioned the colossal pyramids at Giza. These weren't just tombs, they were statements of divine authority and engineering genius, built by a strong, centralized government during a time of incredible cultural flourishing. But nothing lasts forever. The Old Kingdom eventually crumbled into the First Intermediate Period, a time of political chaos where central authority broke down. Egypt, however, had a remarkable ability to rise from the ashes. Around 2125 BCE, the kingdom was reunified, kicking off the Middle Kingdom. This was a golden age for literature and art. Pharaohs focused on strengthening the nation, building impressive fortresses, and expanding trade routes. It was a period of stability and cultural renaissance, but this prosperity was shattered by the arrival of foreign rulers known as the Hyksos during the Second Intermediate Period. For about a century, Egypt was under foreign control, a humbling experience that would profoundly shape its future. The Egyptians fought back, driving out the Hyksos and launching the most glorious chapter in their history, the New Kingdom. Starting around 1550 BCE, this was the age of empire, and legendary pharaohs like Hatshepsut, Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, and Ramesses the Great. The Egyptian army marched across the Middle East, creating a vast empire and bringing immense wealth back to the Nile. Grand temples, like Karnak and Luxor, were built, and the Valley of the Kings became the royal burial ground. For nearly 500 years, Egypt was the undisputed superpower of the ancient world. But even the mightiest empires fade. After 1069 BCE, Egypt entered a long, slow decline. The Third Intermediate and Late Periods were marked by internal divisions, weak pharaohs, and a series of devastating foreign invasions. First the Libyans, then the Nubians, the brutal Assyrians, and finally the Persians all took turns controlling the once proud kingdom. The age of the native Egyptian pharaoh was coming to a close. In 332 BCE, a new conqueror arrived, Alexander the Great. He was welcomed as a liberator from Persian rule and was crowned pharaoh, but his conquest marked the end of an era. After Alexander's death, his general Ptolemy seized control. establishing a Greek-speaking dynasty that would rule Egypt for nearly 3 centuries. This Ptolemaic dynasty blended Greek and Egyptian cultures, with Alexandria becoming the intellectual capital of the world. The final act of ancient Egypt's long history starred its most famous queen, Cleopatra VII. A brilliant and ambitious ruler, she allied herself with Roman generals Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony in a desperate bid to preserve her kingdom's independence, but her gamble failed. In 30 BCE, her forces were defeated by Octavian, the future Emperor Augustus. Faced with capture, Cleopatra took her own life, and Egypt was formally annexed as a province of the Roman Empire. After more than 3,000 years, the independent civilization of ancient Egypt was no more. Its story, from unification and pyramid building to imperial glory and final conquest, is a powerful reminder of the rise and fall of great powers. The sands of time may have buried its cities, but the legacy of ancient Egypt continues to inspire and mystify us all. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.